Hi.
Hi there.
Please introduce yourself.
My name is Steph Clayton. I'm with Synology.
And this is the 224 Plus.
Correct. Network attached storage device.
All right. So what's the latest here at the CES 2025?
So actually, we don't have a lot going on with our network attached storage. Everybody's pretty familiar with our NAS lines. What we do have launching this upcoming Q2 is our BeeStation Plus. My colleague right now has it and is talking about it. But we have launched our 4 terabyte version earlier. This one is our 8 terabyte version. It has an Intel Celeron processor and 4 gigs of RAM. So it's a little bit more of a professional grade model. Everything still comes pre-configured, and it's about as plug and play as we get with Synology.
Nice. So this is a nice 4-bay NAS. That's the 423 Plus. It's way more affordable to use Synology than Google Cloud, Amazon Cloud. You know, like you can just host terabytes at home.
Yeah, so you're not having to worry about any kind of recurring fees. And the other nice thing about it is that all of your data remains locally. You get to own your data. You're not worrying about it getting leaked in the cloud or somebody taking it and doing other things with it. So you get to own your data.
And you have the nice SHR or the RAID and all these functions that people have reliable redundancy at home.
Yes. So there's different RAID configurations that you can set up so that you have redundancy with your disk. The important thing to remember is RAID is not backup, but the NAS does integrate with cloud backup versions. You can also back up to another NAS if you want to do an off-site backup. The big thing is to have multiple copies of your data.
And then the Synology hard drives, you just make sure that everything is super smooth and compatible and stuff like that.
Correct,
by having the Synology branded hard drives.
Correct. So the nice thing with our branded hard drives is that the firmware updates happen automatically on the NAS. No longer have to worry about taking them out or checking up with another vendor. It's all here, Synology, one vendor, all integrated very nicely.
How often do the firmware updates for hard drives?
Not too often. I would have to get like specifics on dates, but obviously any kind of protection issues, security issues, we are always on top of that with our security team.
And you update the firmware in a super secure way, don't worry about your data, stuff like that, right?
Correct, yes.
Nice.
Yes, Synology has no access to your data when it's stored on the NAS.
And you market leader for NAS?
Yes.
You sell more than QNAP?
I think so, yes. I believe we are the leader of network attached storage.
Are you responsible for the US?
Yes, we are the American market. So yeah, America and Canada.
Nice. And right here, this is the new BeeStation Plus.
Yep.
So it's got a bunch of terabytes, huh?
This one is 8 terabytes, correct. It's an 8 terabyte drive within, so it is just one drive. So the important thing to note here is there's no RAID. But we have actually launched a new product called B Protect. It's in beta right now, and that is a cloud backup specifically for this product.
So when you buy one of those, you get 8 terabytes on the cloud.
8 terabytes here, and then you can get the B Protect is a subscription. But right now we're doing some promotional offerings. You get 3 months of it free, I believe, right now, and then we have a promotional pricing, $50 a year.
Maybe you should just get 2, put one at your mom's place, and then have them synced. Then you have a backup.
Yes. I'm actually not sure if they back up to each other. I know you can back this up to another NAS. I don't know if you can back it up to another BeeStation. I would have to check on that.
Maybe you should do like all your customers can back up each other.
That would be awesome.
Like some kind of peer-to-peer system.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's a bunch of security cameras here.
Correct. So a lot of people are familiar with our Synology surveillance station here.
Yeah. I see AI-powered camera.
Yeah, so we have surveillance station that comes on the NAS device. It's an app that you can download to have your own on-premise surveillance. We started our own camera lines, so you have the BC and the TC500 here. What we are launching later this year is actually going to be our C2 versions, and so these are going to be our VSAS offerings. Same form factors, where you have a bullet, a turret, and then this is our Wi-Fi camera. But the footage is recorded locally on an SD card, and then all of your management will be in the cloud. There is no licensing or subscription required. The card itself will hold about 2 to 3 weeks of footage. So if you do need to retain your footage longer than that, we do have some licensing for longer retentions with our cloud services.
And potentially you just back up on your NAS, right? All this stuff.
So currently, these do not integrate with each other, but there is talk to create some sort of hybrid system with our surveillances. So they are separate offerings right now.
Because what's important about security cameras is to have edge AI smart system that only sends important data to back up, right?
Yeah. So we do have some AI features on the cameras themselves. With our on-prem service, you can store everything on the NAS, and then we do have C2 surveillance, C2 backup for surveillance, excuse me. And that would actually take the surveillance footage off the NAS and back it up to the cloud. So that way there you do have multiple copies of that footage.